Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the walkthrough for the season 137 of the Tournament of Power. I will show you how to target and position for all the fights that you can see on the yellow line. There is timestamp, you can jump to any part at any time, and we're gonna start with the team build. It's the same as the guide video, I just reused it for people that didn't watch. If you already have your team, please jump to fight number 1. Otherwise, watch carefully the team build. The season is pretty tricky to make a team, so you need to be prepared. Now let's get into it. This is the team that I will be using. I will put the summary chart here quickly. We will go over it in a second, and you can screenshot if you need to. And this is the boost full screen if you need it, but of course it's going to be on the side of our team building, which is here. For our team, we're gonna have full tier 2 and above. I would really advise you to have the same. You might not get the 1 KCC if you have some tier 3, but if you struggle too much because you have a newer account, maybe you can use some tier 3. The only way I would use tier 3 is if you have Golden Frieza and 17. 1 or 2 tier 3 won't change too much your score, because Golden Frieza and 17 will get so many points. Or if you have a newer account and you want to settle for the 800cc and you're struggling with a color specifically, you might want to go with some tier 3. The Vados event has a lot of free to play that you can use, and any Universal Survival Saga character will count. That aside, let's go into the specifics and the replacement. Maybe you don't really need any tier 3, and let's see what we can do. To start with, we're gonna farm the free to play Golden Frieza. He's in the Vados event, very easy to get. Make sure he's 14 star, you need as many stars as possible, and he's one of the few that you can farm. The second character, I would advise it to be a green. In game, to filter for tier 2 characters, very easy. You just go Universal Survival Saga as a episode, and you click Underweight Transforming Warrior. Do not click this include all tags, and you should have all the list. Now we're gonna have a second green. You have two choices: Kakunsa or the summonable Angel Frieza. If you have Angel Frieza above 7 star, I would use her. If you do not, I would use Kakunsa if she's above 7 star. If both are below 7 star, I would use whatever character that has the highest power level between the two, and you can go here power level and check. We move on to the next character, which is number 3, Golden Frieza and 17 if you got them. If you do not, you're gonna use a yellow character. You have a lot of yellows this season, one of the rare color with a lot of choices. Make sure your yellow is above 7 star obviously, so you can use the Clash equip, and having one yellow this season at least is gonna be very important. The second character is gonna be also a yellow, so it's gonna be your first yellow if you have Golden Frieza and 17. If you do not, you're gonna have your first yellow, your second yellow, sorry. And again, you have a lot of choices. Even the Ribrian and 18 can do a job. If you have them both 7 star, it should be fine. And try to take the strongest one you have in your box. As you can see here, the 18 has a higher power level than even an old sparking Rosie. Now we move on to the next character, and it's gonna be a red. For red, you don't have a lot of choices, sadly. You have only 2. You have Rosie plus the Frost. I would use the Frost if he's above 7 star. If not, you're gonna use Rosie, and having one red can be really important in 1 or 2 fights. So I would really have Rosie even if she's 7. I would remove Rosie only if she's like 3 star. It's not gonna be really useful to have her. And if she is like, I would use a second yellow if you do not have 2 yellow already, because you used Golden Frieza and 17. If you already have 2 yellow, I would use like the tag unit Goku and Frieza if you got them. If you do not, just use any tier 2 and you should be okay. But I would really advise red if possible, because she would be pretty important in like 1 or 2 fights. Moving on, character number 6 and 7 are gonna be 2 blues. For blues, you're gonna have this 18 that is a Zankai. If you have her 7 star, you can Zankai her right now from the Vados event. You can get her to Z3, she would be absolutely fine. You can also use 17 and Ribrian. Use the 3 best. Of course 18 is gonna be the best because she's a Zenkai, and you can use the power level filter. Ribrian is actually better than 17 for me, but I'm gonna use 17 because Ribrian is a little bit art boosted for me. So if you do not have a blue unit in your box, so you don't have a second blue, you should have at least one hopefully. You're gonna use any tier 3 yellow, tier 2 yellow sorry, as your other unit. If you don't have double yellow already, you can use double red if you have Frost as a replacement, or you can use the Goku and Frieza. We move on to the last character. Now there is only one purple available, and it's the Kakunsa. If you do not have her, do not worry too much. You can use Goku and Frieza if you didn't use them yet, if they are above 7 star. You can use a second yellow if you used Goku and Frieza or don't have him. You can use a second red if you don't have a second red. If you do already use like a second red, second yellow and Goku and Frieza, just use whatever tier 2 you have left in your box and it's a high star, even if it's a third color of a color you used basically, and you should be fine. In terms of equipment, we're gonna have the classic on everyone. I use some offensive equip on one of my blue, green, yellow and purple. You can do the same if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it on lower star characters. Then for my friendship, I'm gonna put it on screen. Basically everyone is max friendship apart from 1 or 2 character. I will try to friendship a little bit the Golden Frieza and 17 in the coming days before starting. And my art boost is pretty low. Just Kakunsa and Rosie have some art boost because I use them in the old TOP format, so I cannot remove the art boost, and they are the only option I have. I have also Ribrian art boosted, but I have another blue. I use 17 instead, and that's all. We start by going to fight number 1. Is the one in the middle with all the GT character, the 4 fist, and in here we're gonna face 3 red enemies. If you have 3 red enemies, you're gonna take them at the end and you're gonna put blues in the top row so they take damage. If you have double blue, you're gonna put your double blue. And remember, the tag Goku and Frieza or the tag Golden Frieza and 17 do not count as a blue unit even if they have the element, because they tag switch color. You cannot put them in the top row. So if you have only one blue in your team, you can put that solo blue in the top, and in the bottom you can move that second character and you can put there your Goku and Frieza if you own them. You can put Golden Frieza and 17, and you can put anyone outside the yellow and it should be fine. Then in the middle we're gonna have double green and we're gonna have one purple, but that purple, if you have Golden Frieza and 17, please remove the purple and put Golden Frieza and 17. You must use that LR in every single fight if you own them. And if you don't have Golden Frieza and 17, you don't have a purple, you can put anyone outside the yellow and you should be okay. In the bottom we are opting for one red, but if you do not own a red, same as in the middle row, you can put anyone but a yellow. However, if your team is if your team has triple yellow, you can put a yellow there and that should be okay. But if you have the option to bench all your yellows, I would do it for this fight. In terms of targeting, it's gonna be the following. You're gonna take a green first, a yellow second, third blue, and you should finish with triple red at the end. So the result is on screen, but my thing crashed quickly, but everyone finished with high HP, do not worry too much. Now let's move on to fight number 2. We're gonna have here double purple enemies, so we're gonna put double yellow in the top row. And in here, if you have only one yellow in your squad, because you took for example Golden Frieza and 17 instead of a second yellow, then put your solo yellow in the top and Golden Frieza and 17 can go to the bottom. If you have only one yellow, just because you took only one yellow but no LR, you can put in the bottom anything but a green unit and that should be okay. In the middle row you're gonna have double blue and one green, and in the bottom a purple. Now if you have double yellow and also have the Golden Frieza and 17, I would remove the Kakunsa for Golden Frieza and 17, the LR, and she will be out of your team. In the middle you're gonna have double blue, double green, and if you own only one blue, you can put here instead of the second blue anything but a red unit. So you can put a second green, the tag Goku and Frieza, the Golden Frieza and 17, and that should be fine. If you don't have Kakunsa and you don't have Golden Frieza and 17, you can put in the bottom row anything but a green unit. So you can put a red, you can put for example a blue here, and if you want to use a second green, you put it in the middle, and so on. Very easy. In the bottom you put anything but a green unit, in the middle you put anything but a red unit, and you must have at least one green and one blue in the middle row. In the top row it should be only yellows. Now let's get to the targeting. We have to take the double purple at the end. The blue will go first, one green second, the other fourth, and the yellow will go third. HP is pretty good, rival team is full KO'd. Now we're gonna move on to the next fight, and it's gonna be number 3. In this one we're gonna have 4 blue enemies, so we're gonna put double green in the top, put the one that is lower star, less tanky, in the damage reduction tile, so he takes less damage. So for example you have an EX Kakunsa and she's like 7 star, put her in the damage reduction where I'm putting the summonable Golden Frieza on the top right. Then in the bottom row you're gonna have purple Kakunsa. Unless you own the Golden Frieza and 17, then you're gonna put Golden Frieza and 17 there, and you must have them in your team. If you don't have Kakunsa and don't have Golden Frieza and 17, you can put Goku and Frieza, the tag unit. If you don't have Goku and Frieza, just put anyone that is not a red unit. So you can put a blue, you can put I don't know, a third yellow if you have a third yellow, although I don't recommend, but anything that is not a red, and that should be okay. In the middle row you're gonna have double yellow and a blue. If you do not own double yellow, you can put here a second blue, and that should be fine. You can put anyone that is not a red, and that should do it, like the bottom row, because the reds are not good in this fight with 4 blue enemies. The targeting is on screen, all blues at the end, purple first, and green is gonna be second. Easy fight, no problem at all, and the rival team is done. Now let's move on to fight number 4. I'm going to show you 2 ways to approach this fight, with either reds in the top row or blues in the top row. Now reds in the top row is technically more optimal because you have 2 yellow enemies, but not everyone has a high star row Z, the red one for example. If your row Z is above 9 star, the EX red one, I would go with reds in the top row automatically, and you don't need to worry about the blues one. But if your row Z is below 9 star and you have double blue for example, might as well go with blues in the top row. Same thing for Frost. If he's above 7 star, I would go with reds, and I would say 7 star is the equivalent for a 9 star row Z. If you have double red in your team, always go with reds in the top row for this one. And I would say if your blues are struggling, so if you have only one blue and he's dropping low in HP, maybe go with reds in the top row. Now let's get into the targeting and positioning. I will show you both, so listen carefully. For reds in the top row, we're gonna put one red in the top if you own only row Z. If you have double red, I'm gonna put both reds in the top row, remove one of the yellows in the bottom, and you're gonna have double red. And in this case, probably you're gonna have Frost and row Z. If you have only one red, you're gonna have either Frost and or row Z in the top row. In the middle row you're gonna have double green and one blue, and if you have the Golden Frieza and 17 LR, you're gonna remove one of the greens for the LR. In the bottom you're gonna have double yellow, but if you do not own double yellow, you can have a blue here and you're gonna have one blue and one yellow, or you can have the Frieza and Goku, the tag unit. If you don't have either, you can go with the purple or anything as a tier 2 in the bottom row. That's basically it for the red top row strategy. For the blue top row strategy, you're gonna have double blue in the top row. In the middle you're gonna have double yellow and one green, and in the bottom you're gonna have one yellow. If you own the Golden Frieza and 17, you're gonna remove the yellow in the middle for Golden Frieza and 17, and that should be fine with double green and Golden Frieza and 17. If you have only one blue in your team, you're gonna remove one of the blues in the top, and in the bottom row you can put here any tier 2 and you should be fine. I would advise Goku and Frieza if possible. Golden Frieza and 17 you can do it too if you already have double yellow. That's basically it for the positioning for both. Now let me show you the targeting. What we're gonna do here is for red in the top row you're gonna do blue first, then purple, then red, then green, then double yellow. For the blue top row strategy, you're gonna have green first, purple second, blue third, then double yellow, and you finish with the red. I'm going with the reds in the top row, so Rosie alone here, and I'm gonna take out the blue, purple, red, green, and double yellow. Okay, Rosie took some damage, which was expected, and we full KO'd, which is great. Now let's move on to the next fight, which is number 5. This is a great fight to heal our blues or red if they drop low in HP. We're gonna put our double green in the top row, they should be quite healthy. In the middle row, you're gonna have double blue and 1 red. If you do not own 2 blue unit, you can put here the Goku and Frieza. If you own them, you can put a second red if you own a second red, or you can put the yellow here instead of one of the blues. Yellow is the last option, I would say. Same here, if you don't own the red unit, you can do the same replacement. In the bottom row, we're gonna have Kakunsa. If you have the LR, Golden Frieza and 17, this is the spot for them. You're gonna remove Kakunsa and put them. If you don't have LR, Golden Frieza and 17 or Kakunsa, you can put Goku and Frieza if you got them. If you do not, you can put also yellow here as your last replacement. For targeting, what we're gonna do is the red first, then we're gonna go with the green 2-star, then the yellow, the other green, and we should finish with the 2 blues. Okay, we should full KO on this one, yeah, and the HP is pretty nice. Our red Rosie healed a little bit, which is good. Now let's go to fight number 6, which is the left 3-fist one. So for this fight, we're gonna have yellows in the top row. There is a way to approach it with reds in the top row, but because reds are not great this season in terms of boost, yellows is much more optimal. We're gonna put double yellow in the top. If you own only 1 yellow, you're just gonna put 1 yellow in the top. In the bottom row, you can put Golden Frieza and 17 if you got them, that would be great. If you have a second red, you can put a second red instead. You can put the tag Goku and Frieza, or you can put a green. Just avoid putting a purple in the bottom row for this fight, or a purple at all. Goku and Frieza do not count as a purple, as a tag unit. You can put them, that's fine. Now we're gonna put the double yellow again in the top row. In the middle row, if you own Goku, Golden Frieza and 17, sorry, the LR, you can replace one of the blues with them. If you already have double yellow in the top row and you didn't put the LR in the bottom, there will be a good replacement. And if you don't have 2 blues and you don't have Golden Frieza and 17, you can put a second red. If you own one, you can do Goku and Frieza. You can even do a green even though you have double purple enemies. Just I wouldn't advise a purple for this one. I lost the footage for the targeting part, sorry about it. But yeah, I got the score on screen. We took a yellow first, then a blue, then a yellow, green, and we finished with the double purple. Everything was alright, we full KO'd, it's just a 3-fister. Now let's move on to fight number 7. We are going back to blues in the top row for this one, so we're gonna put our double blue. If you own only 1 blue unit, what you're gonna do is put your only blue unit in the damage reduction in the top, and in the bottom you can replace it with Goku and Frieza. If you got Goku and Frieza, you can replace with the second yellow, and that should do it. Then in the middle row, we're gonna have double green plus 1 purple. You remove Kakunsa if you have the Golden Frieza and 17. They will just replace Kakunsa, and you must use them if you got them. If you don't have Kakunsa, you don't have 17 and Frieza, the LR, then you can use a second yellow here, it could work perfectly fine. You can use Goku and Frieza also. If you don't have a yellow, you don't have Goku and Frieza, you can use a red. In the bottom row, you're gonna have a solo yellow. Targeting wise, we're gonna take out the blue enemy 2-star first, then we're gonna go with purple, blue, yellow, and double red. Everyone is healthy and the enemy team is gone. Now let's go to the next fight, and it's gonna be number 8. In this one, we're gonna have 2 ways to approach it, with reds in the top row or yellows in the top row. Now I would really advise yellows for this one for most people, unless you got double red in your team like Frost and the Rosie, or you got 1 yellow only and he's pretty low HP. You can put a red in the top row so your yellow doesn't take too much damage. Or if you have a high star red but a low star yellow only, You can go with red in the top row, but most of you probably go with yellow in the top row because they are much stronger in terms of characters this season. So for positioning with yellows in the top row, we're gonna do double yellow here, double blue in the middle, one red and one green in the bottom. If you have golden Frieza 17 instead of a yellow, you can put golden Frieza 17 in the bottom next to your green. If you do not have double blue in your team, you can put one green in the middle instead of one of the blues, or you can put Goku and Frieza as a tag unit. For reds in the top row, we're gonna have our red in the top row here solo. If you have only one red, we're gonna have double green and one blue in the middle, and in the bottom we're gonna have golden Frieza 17 plus one yellow. If you do not have golden Frieza 17, you're gonna have double yellow. If you have just double red in your team, you're gonna put double red in the top, and you're gonna keep golden Frieza 17 in the bottom, or a yellow depending on what you have. That's basically it for both positioning. Now let me show you the targeting for both. For the yellow top row strategy that I will be using, we're gonna go with the red first, then blue second, third and fourth are gonna be yellows, and we're gonna finish with the tag unit and Jiren at the end. Then for the other one with reds in the top row, we're gonna have blue first, then the tag unit, red, purple, and you finish with double yellow. Let's go with the yellows in the top row, and the positioning is on the side if you need it, but yeah, like I explained, red, blue, double yellow, tag, and we finish with the purple. The yellow took some damage, which is okay, it's not a problem. We don't need them in the top row anymore, and we should fair KO everyone, which is good. Now let's move on to the next fight, and it's gonna be fight number 9. I'm opting with greens in the top row because everyone has greens, but you can do it multiple ways, and greens is maybe the best for this season thanks to the Angel Frieza, the free to play. So we're gonna put our double green in the top row, they will take the damage. In the middle row, double yellow and one red. If you have the golden Frieza 17, you can replace the yellow with golden Frieza 17, or you can replace the red Rosie. If Rosie is not super high star, you can do that pretty easily. But yeah, if you don't have double yellow, you can do one of the yellows, and the other yellow need to be on the key recovery tile. Don't make it the golden Frieza 17, make it a yellow. In the bottom row, you're gonna have just a solo blue for this one. Now for the targeting, what we're gonna do, purple first, that's why we have our yellow on the key recovery, then red, yellow, green, Charlotte, and we finish with the blue. Pretty good HP wise, we full KO'd everyone, which is nice. Now let's move on to fight number 10. This one is very easy, it will help us also heal our green unit, and we're gonna have 3 red enemies. So blues in the top row is mandatory. If you have double blue, put double blue. If you do not, just put one blue and move the other character to the bottom. And in here you can put anything you want outside the yellow unit. So you can put a second red, you can put Goku and Frieza, and you can also put golden Frieza and 17. But I would advise golden Frieza and 17 the most in the middle row instead of the purple here. You can remove the Kakunsa for golden Frieza and 17 if you own them. Other than that, if you don't have Kakunsa, you don't have golden Frieza and 17, you can put Goku and Frieza, or you can put anything you want outside a yellow unit for this middle row. In the bottom, you're gonna have a solo red. If you don't have a red, same as the others, put anything but yellow. However, if you have triple yellow in your squad and you don't have a choice, I would put that unit in the bottom row instead of the red unit. That's basically it for the positioning. Targeting wise, we're gonna do the following on screen: green first, yellow, blue, then triple red at the end. Our greens healed, which is perfect because we need them in the top row in the next one. Now let's move on to fight number 11. This is the last one with greens in the top row. We can also do blues in the top row, but we need them for fight number 12, so it's better not and keep them for fight number 12. So our double green in the top, you cannot put the one with lowest HP, lowest star, the weakest on the damage reduction. so he takes less damage. In the middle row you're gonna have double yellow and one blue. If you own the Alar, Golden Frieza and 17, you're gonna remove one of the yellows for Alar, Golden Frieza and 17, and you're gonna keep them with a yellow and a blue. In the bottom row you can also put a blue. If you don't have double blue but you have double yellow, then I would remove one of the blues for Golden Frieza and 17 if you got Golden Frieza and 17. If you don't have Golden Frieza and 17, you can replace this blue with any tier 2 you want, and it should do it. My priority would be Goku and Frieza if you got them. Now let's get into the targeting. What we are doing here is a blue first, the 2-star, then a yellow, after that another blue, then a purple, and we finish with double red. Greens took damage, but that's absolutely fine. We full KO'd everyone. Now let's move on to the last one, which is number 12 and the fight in the middle. 3 red, so it's simple to approach this fight. We're gonna put blues in the top row, put your double blue. If you have only one blue like always, you can put only one in the top row. The other unit can be Goku and Frieza, it can be the Alar, Golden Frieza and 17. It can be also a second green if you wish. Then in the middle row we're gonna have double yellow and one purple. But if you have Golden Frieza and 17 and you don't have double yellow, you can remove one of the yellow for Golden Frieza and 17. If you have double yellow and Golden Frieza and 17, I would remove the Kakunsa. If you don't have Kakunsa, you don't have Golden Frieza and 17, you can put here the Goku and Frieza if you own them. If you do not, you can put a red unit in here. I would avoid a green unit in the middle row, and in the bottom it's gonna be a solo green unless you did double green and you don't have double blue in the top row. Targeting wise, we're gonna take out the Goku Frieza first, then the blue second, purple. We finish with triple red at the end. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My score will be on screen. This season was not the most difficult. The only problem is there isn't too many choices for people, so if you have a newer account you might struggle a little bit, which is annoying. Hopefully you got a high score for the 1kcc. I think I will be fine for the 1kcc. There is only one new summonable unit. Let me know how you did in the comment section. Have a good one and goodbye.